Hey guys, just giving you some updates on the latest system that is out there on our waters, and I just want to advise you, be safe in all that you do and ensure that you are prepared, because some of us take this thing lightly, but for all my viewers and subscribers, let us brace ourselves for whatever is to come. Alright? So here is Evan Thompson. He's the head of the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, and just some tips from him and from the Meteorological Service. So let's listen to what he has to say.
I'm Evan Thompson, Principal Director of the Meteorological Services Branch of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. You would have seen probably bulletin number 10 that was issued by the Meteorological Service at 11 a.m. on July 2, that's today. Now, this indicates that Hurricane Beryl continues to move on a path that takes it in the direction of Jamaica. It has strengthened in the past few hours, and so it is now a Category 5 hurricane, continuing to move toward Jamaica. It is expected to weaken a bit because conditions are not very favorable for further strengthening in the next few hours going through the day today, Tuesday, July 2. However, it may not sufficiently decrease in strength for us to feel complacent or to feel comfortable. It is likely to still be at least a Category 3 hurricane, making its way very close to Jamaica, maybe even over sections of Jamaica, mainly over the southern parishes as we move through the day on Wednesday. Rainfall will be accompanied by strong winds going through the day on Wednesday. We will also experience very strong storm surge coming in on our coastal areas, and that is all because the system is going to be in our area on Wednesday. It will most likely be a Category 3, and for a frame of reference, Hurricane Gilbert, when it passed over us in 1988, was also a Category 3 hurricane. Of course, we know, we have seen the images of the devastation that took place. Hopefully it will not be anywhere near that because we are much better prepared at this time. But we have to step up on our preparation, make sure that we are ready to face something that is so dangerous and so impactful on our island. Work together and make sure that we get through this together. We are able to do this because we've been getting the information, and the information will continue to be fed to you by the Meteorological Service and the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. Pay attention to all the releases coming out that are credible, and if you want to get the latest bulletin by your phone, dial 116, just 116. It's a toll-free number. You'll be able to get the latest bulletin coming out of the Meteorological Service, and it is always being updated every 3 hours as we issue these bulletins. The next bulletin comes out at 2 p.m. It will be bulletin number 11.
Haiti and Dominican Republic are going to be well north of the center of the hurricane. So if you have a family in Haiti or Dominican Republic, they are not expecting a direct hit because the worst of the winds are going to stay well to the south of that island. So just make sure you have that peace of mind, because a lot of people ask often about Dominican Republic because they have friends and family in the area. So if that includes you, they are not going to see a direct hit in Dominican Republic. So important point to make there. For our concerns, thankfully, the steering currents are working out in our favor here by keeping this one to the south of our local area. Here's a look at that latest 11 a.m. advisory that Lisa mentioned. 200-mile-per-hour wind gusts around this hurricane, with the forward speed still very fast to the west and northwest at 22 miles an hour. That is really fast for a hurricane. The average speeds is typically between like 12 and 17 miles an hour. So when they're going up and above 20 miles an hour, that's pretty fast, especially in the tropical portions of the Atlantic and the Caribbean, where oftentimes they move much slower than 22, 23 miles an hour. So that's one more interesting thing going on here with this monster of a hurricane. You see on the water vapor satellite imagery loop here, there's dry air out ahead of it that's being pushed out in the way of the hurricane, dry air behind it. Not a whole lot going on trying to penetrate the center, so it will likely hold on to this major hurricane strength for a while, despite the fact that it is moving toward an area of stronger wind shear. As you know, hurricanes don't like wind shear, so as it moves toward this area of more hostile upper level winds moving in different directions and different speeds, that is why the intensity forecast does have it weakening as it moves toward the west and northwest close to the island of Jamaica. Again, Dominican Republic and Haiti are here. The worst of the impacts from this hurricane stay well to the south of those areas, even though they'll feel fringe effects as the storm moves toward that west and northwest direction. Here's a look at the most recently released forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center, and there really have not been very big changes at all when it comes to the movement of the hurricane. Some changes, though, with the intensity forecast as compared to, say, 24 hours ago. Expected now to be a little stronger as it moves toward Jamaica as compared to 24 hours ago. But, you know, it's been going up and above its intensity guidance so far, so that's understandable that change has been made in the intensity forecast as we move toward the area here on Wednesday and Thursday. As you know, the eventual destination is the Gulf of Mexico, but not our part of the Gulf. It's the other side of the Gulf. So very good chance that we could have something move toward areas of Mexico after it moves over top of the Yucatan. And even areas like Texas are still in play for some impacts, but at least right now the expected intensity would be much, much weaker as compared to what it happens to be right now. So we'll continue to keep you updated. This is just an incredible organized storm for this time of the year. But again, we have no concerns here locally for any kind of direct impacts. Thank goodness.